That's where I belong. I'm heading out. That's where I belong. Don't let no one pull you down, cause they don't laugh at you. Don't let no one laugh at you. When things get better, they begin a verse for you. Yeah. When you go through hard time, they laugh at you. You gotta learn to leave behind, because they don't belong to you. That's true. That's true. That's how it is. You cannot say you my friend when you stab me behind. That's how it is. Agabi. Waiting my eye don't see, Madu no be talk. Waiting I don't see, Madu no be talk. The pop one signs I have for your eye, cause they know you no be talk. Oh. When you go through hard time, that people laugh at you. They think you're funny. They take you funny. That this girl I know, her name is Fumi. But I tell you, you can never fool me. When you bend your back so much, people wanna climb me behind. That's the truth. That's what it is. That's how it is. Oh. When you never let it know, one put time for your eyes. Gotta stand on the right, that's how it is. You gotta let it stand your run, cause no one will stand up for you. You gotta lie to be sad, that's how it is. You gotta be right. Shine your eyes, no one gonna open for you. I'm heading up to the future, that's where I belong. You gotta learn to leave it behind, because they don't belong to you. That's how it is. That's how it is. I'm Agabi. I don't give a damn what you think. I believe in myself. That's how life it is. Got the people gonna hate you even when you don't give a damn about it. They're gonna mess you up if you allow them to go by it. Oh, that's how it is. Cause I'm Agabi, I kick your face if you find me. I don't give a damn how you feel, it's not my problem at all. You can say you be my friend when you stop me behind. Oh, that's how it is.
Prepare to go and do intensive farming. And we want somebody, our people in Argentina, please. We want our cattle to look like those in Argentina. Of course, we have our own local cattle or local cow, so to speak. We want to crossbreed it with the ones that we have in Argentina. They make very fine beef. That's what we want to grow in our land, and I want it to start by tomorrow morning. People must raise their land. All those idiots, all those stupid, mad people everywhere, giving land to Janjaweed, give it now to us. We are going to farm intensively to provide the food that we need to eat. Janjaweed can take their food and stuff it up their backside. That is their business. Don't give a damn. From here, I thank you all for listening. And as always, everything we say is out of love and concern that you may all be better. For those of you.
Yeah. Agabi. Yo. You gonna head into the future. That's where I belong. I'm heading out. That's where I belong. Don't let no one pull you down, cause they don't laugh at you. Don't let no one laugh at you. When things get better, they begin a verse for you. Yeah. When you go through hard time, they laugh at you. You gotta learn to leave behind, because they don't belong to you. That's true. That's true. That's how it is. You cannot say you my friend when you stab me behind. That's how it is. Agabi. Waiting my eye don't see, Madu no be talk am. Waiting I don't see, Madu no be talk. The pump one sign fire for your eye, cause they know you no be talk. Oh. When you go through hard time, that people laugh at you. They think you're funny. They take you funny. That this girl I know, her name is Fumi. But I tell you, you can never fool me. When you bend your back so more people wanna climb me behind. That's the truth. That's what it is. That's how it is. Oh. When you never let it know one put time for your eyes. Gotta stand on the right, that's how it is. You gotta let it stand your run, cause no one will stand up for you. You gotta lie to be sad, that's how it is. You gotta be right. Shine your eyes, no one gonna open for you. I'm heading up to the future, that's where I belong. You gotta learn to leave behind, because they don't belong to you. That's how it is. That's how it is. I'm a Gabi. I don't give a damn what you think. I believe in myself. That's how life it is. Got the people gonna hate you even when you don't give a damn about it. They're gonna mess you up if you allow them to go by it. Oh, that's how it is. Cause I'm a Gabi, I'll kick your face if you fall me. I don't give a damn how you feel, it's not my problem at all. You can say you be my friend when you stop me behind. Oh, that's how it is.
Hello, fellow Biafrans, good evening everybody. My name is Mazi Patrick DK, and I'll be presenting this evening on Black and White Web TV and Biafra Television, and we are here to talk about Foodism War Gladiator, and I want to welcome each and every one of you. I want to say welcome to this wonderful evening edition. The program is live. I see people asking if the program is live, and I want to let you know that the program is live and direct, and you are free to join us. Help us share this program, help us share it in every platform, make it go around, tag your friends. Today we'll be talking Foodism War Gladiator with Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE as usual, and we'll also be having other guests who will be coming on board alongside him. So while we wait for Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE to join us in the program, I want to give you a little breakdown of what we'll be talking about today. Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE have also started a process of manufacturing machines that can help in food processing. And today we'll be displaying some of those machines in this live program. Machines that can actually help you process some of your food, melon, and many other things. I hope that you'll be joining, you'll be inviting your friends, you'll be making people come to this platform to be able to share and be part of what we are doing. And also, Mazi Solomon will be coming on board. He'll be joining us as well to discuss on the issue. Our program here every Friday is to bring to your knowledge our effort to encourage our people to go into mechanized agriculture. And we've been on that journey since 2020. We knew that a day is coming when there will be food embargo like it was in the past. And a few weeks ago, we saw a food embargo against our people from the north. The food embargo was made against people in Biafra land and in the entire southern Nigeria, and we saw it coming, and that was why we started encouraging our people to go into industrial agriculture and even small-scale agriculture to be able to provide for you and your family, to be able to have some basics. There are some simple crops you can grow around your environment that can help you for your immediate use, and you don't necessarily have to go to the market to purchase your onions, garlic, all these soft items that you can actually produce with little containers around your gardens. You can plant them as flowers and make them grow. Because our people have started losing the culture of having this little agricultural environment around them, and not just having these crops around you. They also help you. They also help your health. Like Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE said that when you live in nature, when you have crops and vegetables around you, they also give out. They also help you clean the environment. And Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE have taught us a lot in this program. He has impacted a lot, and I believe that those who have been following this program have also been able to learn a lot. And in the line of that information and teachings, a lot of people are beginning to come forward because they want to advance their knowledge. They want to go professional, and we've decided to also start making arrangements to run online programs, also on the ground programs. And the last time we were supposed to talk about the online program, but time was not on our side. And today we'll be talking about briefly how you can be part of this online digital program, especially for those in the diaspora. We have seen a lot of people coming to register. We have seen people coming to be part of the knowledge we can tap from this wonderful professor who have taken 11 years of his life making research in soil science, research in crop and animal husbandry, and anything you can think of. He have created species of animals and products. He has created even the condiment for food, for food processing, condiments you can use for food preservation, condiments you need to cook your meals, for healthy living. He has given us options. Instead of using the Maggi to cook, he has created a replacement for Maggi that is more nutritious, more healthy for our living. And we cannot take some of these things for granted because they come from our environment and our body can easily adapt to them rather than depending on foreign food and foreign products that we cannot adapt our body into. Like Professor said all the time, that what you eat is what eats you, and we have to take that ideology seriously because it's the reality of life. Today, we've seen the increase in sickness and diseases in our land, which we've never seen in the past. And we have to look at what we eat, our consumption attitude, our consumption culture is very, very important, that we continue to improve on the ways we consume our food and how we live our life to keep healthy, because the food you eat determines your health, and the health you have determines the productivity in the society, because they say health is wealth, and we have to take that into consideration. But above all, what is more important for us at this point is food security. That is the essence of our coming here on a weekly basis, on every Friday evening, to educate our people, to be able to give us that sense of food security. Imagine when you have enough food in the house. Let's take, for example, these are practical examples. When you have enough food in the house, it's always difficult for you to go hungry. When your fridge is loaded with food, you find it difficult to go hungry. But the moment there is no food in the house, you begin to go hungry all the time. Your mind is always at that point of what you are going to eat. But when you have enough food preservation, your mind is relaxed. You know that anytime you can go to the fridge, you can go to wherever you have your food preservation and, have access to food. But when you don't have a good food security, when you open your fridge and then your fridge is empty, your mind will first of all jump. That psychological effect of knowing that you don't have enough food around you even create more hunger. These are practical things we experience every day, and these are the reasons we have to work towards making sure that we have food security, so that we will not suffer what we suffered between 1967 and 1970, considering the situation we find ourselves today in the zoo called Nigeria. And at this point, I would like to bring in Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE to elaborate more on his finding this week. Professor, good evening. I don't know if you are there. I think you're having a network problem. I don't know. Most of the time it's always an issue. Hello, Professor. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Thank you. You're welcome, viewers and my brother. You're welcome.
Thank you, Professor. Good evening. I'm trying to get hold of some of the clips you sent to me, and I think I have to keep uploading some of the videos you sent to me, so that our people will be able to have an access to what we are talking about in terms of productivity in our land. Professor, what have you been doing all this week?
We've been going around some of the talented youths that are here. Some of them didn't even go to primary school. Some didn't even go to secondary school, but they are talented, they are gifted, they can produce electrical things, they can invent machines and processing plants. But there are nobody to encourage them, because we prefer buying already made in China, in India, and other parts of the world. While the one produced locally, we ignore them because they don't seem to be fashionable. So we're going around some places in Onisha and other places. Our people must understand that 40 BC, we were smelting iron, we are doing a lot of things in this part of the land. Our people must understand that we are dwarfed by colonialism. But then, if we continue to run our mind with colonial mentality, we will be the colonists for this generation. We will be the stooges for colonists for these generations. We need to encourage these youths, because I've gone around, I've seen a lot of machines. Most of the machines that are imported here, especially the packaging, the processing machines, they are all fabricated. They can all be fabricated, and they're all fabricated in Onisha, in Oka, in Enugu, and some other local areas. So that's why I said, let me take a look at one or two of them and video it live and send it, so that people can see that we are losing a lot for not investing in agriculture. Because if we invest in agriculture, these people who produce market, and they can now use the money to develop, to improve. And before you know it, in 4 or 5 years, our area will be better than most of the countries we run to. As long as you're out of this country, actually, you are indirectly a slave because you are working for those who don't have money to work, those who don't work, for them to be paid. They use your money, they tax on you to pay those who are not working. So you are actually a slave, slaving for a system or a society that enslave you by taxation, by making you understand that you can never be more than using your brain and using whatever you have inside. Just like during the slavery epoch, I won't call it slavery. Normally, that is the language you understand. I call it terrorism. Terrorist epoch. During the time the terrorists were terrorizing Africa, during the time the imperialists were terrorizing Africa, they needed muscles. They needed those who work in the camp field. But today, what they need are those who have the brains. And that's what is happening. So when they sap your brain, and when you're old, they return you here for as a burial ground. So we have become, Africa has become a burial ground for all the best brains after they've been used, both in football, both in sports, both in science and every other thing. You only return here to be buried. So that is what is going on. We can encourage these people, and they will provide job opportunities for the jobs we're looking for. The government can do nothing for you. Government is human being, and you are government. Government is made up of people. So you are a human being. Forget about the word democracy. There is nothing like democracy upon this planet Earth. You need to find a way to solve your problem by yourself, because your problem belongs to you. Actually, it is you who owns your problem. You are the one going to solve it. So we need to solve our individual and private and collective problems by investing in these areas of packaging, because of a lot of crops that perish outside their seasons, like mango, like oranges. We can make the juice. The machines are here. All we do is to encourage these people by farming. Farming is a very fantastic, employ everybody. There are so many areas in farming: transport, machinery, packaging, marketing, farming proper, and so on and so forth. And exports, they're all in farming. Whatever you have in your body today is from the farm. The cloth you're wearing, the shoe you're wearing, the food you're eating, everything you have on you, they're from the farm. Actually, those who believe in God, God is a farmer. Those who believe in whatever they believe in, whatever beings you believe in, they're all farmers. Both living and dead, they're all farmers. What we're doing is farming. And as soon as a nation is independent of food, they get the food from their home, that nation will stand. You must have to understand that the global nation is economic rat race, economic supremacy rat race. That's what the world is all about. The world is not interested in giving you money. The world is interested in taking what is inside you to improve the economy of that nation. There are people that have gone outside that they will bring whatever they have to improve the economy of this place, because that's where they're going to return, or you may not want to return. But if you don't return, you are still a slave in that system wherever you are. So I encourage you as much as possible to join me in visiting all these areas and getting these youths employed, or somebody else will employ them. They become a threat to the society. They become kidnappers. They become rapists. They become whatever they are, because they are frustrated. Having got talents, these youths are not ready to steal. They're not ready to go into crime, but they just want what they have inside. That's why I send those videos. Thank you.
Very much, Prof. We really appreciate your effort. We have Rosemary Aponawu. Is that Rosemary Aponawu? Good evening, Rosemary. This one where you dey tie wrapper so. You know if you see blouse wear, can we give you a few minutes to dress up and return back, please? Let's give Rosemary a few minutes to put on something more decent and join the program. We have Ngozi Chukwuada Dave. Hello, Ngozi Chukwu. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. I can't wait to listen to Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE. Good evening, sirs. Good evening, everybody in the studio.
Yeah, Ngozi Chukwu, welcome to the program. Are you a farmer?
Yeah, I am under the tutelage of Prof. CHINEDU AGBODIKE. I have attended several of his seminars. and I enjoyed each of them. I am still waiting for him to get me a piece of land, and I kick off.
Okay. So, what is your area of interest in agriculture?
Poultry and fishery.
Okay. Okay, poultry and fishery. So you want to give us protein in Biafra land?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. It is my pleasure to have you. Welcome to the program. Let's welcome Aglina George. Hello, Aglina George. Good evening. Hello, George. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome to the program, George. Can you please introduce yourself to us?
I'm Bishop George Aglina, a noni farmer at Lagos.
You're welcome to the program. Which part of Lagos do you have your farm? What do you produce?
I produce noni drink, noni fruits.
Noni fruits? What is that? I don't know what noni fruit is. If you can give us, more explanation.
Noni fruit is an edible fruit that is also medicinal.
Yeah.
That is used 100%. To produce 100% medicinal.
Yeah, 100% zenolin.
For example. What do you produce different kind of fruits, or are you specialized in a particular kind of fruit?
Just a particular kind, which is noni fruit.
Noni, I've never heard of noni, and I know that many of our viewers here might not have heard about it. So, but would
Professor AGBODIKE there?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Because I've spoken to him about noni, he told me he knows much about noni.
Okay, so Professor, can you please throw more light on that?
Well, noni originally, during the early 2004 to 2007, they told us it's only found in Tahitian island. Actually, those people live up to 70 to 50 years before they get married, and they live up to 100 to 200 and something years old. Noni can prolong your life. Noni has 100% zenolin. Zenolin is something that can grow cells in the body. So noni can be used to treat almost all ailments. So it's basically in Tahitian island. But I told them 2007, 2008 that it is in somewhere in Benin. It is somewhere in the western region. That this fruit cannot be only one place in the world. We have what they call Morinda citrifolia and Morinda lucida. So the one about is Morinda citrifolia. Morinda lucida is the male part. Morinda lucida is the female part. So they have two parts. One that does not produce fruit. The seeds are very small. That is Morinda lucida. The Morinda citrifolia produces fruit that can heal sicknesses and make people live longer and younger. It even reduces aging. It's an anti-aging agent. So I'm aware of this. That's why I gave you the rundown. This has been my friend for a long time, and we have been working on this to show that our people can stop aging. If you take it, if you are 70 years, people will think you are 17 years. That's what it does. And these are the things we are programming, both health and food for the nation. We are going to feed the world. We're going to teach the world a lot of mysteries that are in this land where we live. And that is why I welcome my brother George, who we have been talking together on this issue for some years now.
Yeah, so that means there is hope for some of us who are already aging to embrace this food and return and rewind our age back to the beginning.
Yeah, if you take it for a longer time, you can reduce your age by 20 years. That's what we use to treat women who are already menopause, 20, 30 years menopause. We reduce them, they can give back to babies. We don't need to advertise this here, but we've been doing a lot of things here that the world does not know about. But as time goes on, some of the things we're doing practically, we will begin to show people what we're capable of doing here. Noni is one of them. There are other products we have been working on, which we will bring as it goes on. Because this project is for farming, food and health. Food and health. Foodism war. Food and health go together, even in the Bible, even in the Quran, or in your religion. It is food and health that makes man what he is, that make man what he is. If you don't have food, if you don't have health, you are nobody. And any nation that cannot control their food intake and their health, that nation is not dependent. They must be able to control both, because that is what makes life. Those are the things that make life what it is today. So Noni is one of the products that does not exist anywhere else in Africa except in our zone. Another place you can find it is Tahitian Island. You can imagine that kind of blessing we have, and we're neglecting them and running abroad. All we need to do, the machines to process them, they are growing naturally here. Nobody is putting anything. My brother George knows what I'm talking. They are growing naturally, and we can feed Africa with it. So that is it. Many doctors who knows what I'm talking about, or those who are listening, medical doctor, is called Xeronin, Xeronin, Xeronin. That is Xeronin. Xeronin can rejuvenate and create cells. Let's assume that a woman has womb removed. You can grow back anything that is out of the body, just like stem cell. But this one has Xeronin, 100% Xeronin. Can you imagine what we have in our hands, what we can do with them? I hope you understand what I said. Those of you who are in the medical field, go and Google Xeronin, and then Google Morinda citrifolia and Morinda lucida. So why I'm giving you this things, because I've been using these products since 2007 to now. And I've been using it on my patients. I've been using it on those who have expired from being a mother, and today they are mothers. That is exactly what we've been doing on the medical side of it. So Noni is very important. Why it is called Noni? Perhaps from the name, you can Google it, you can find what it means. Now, don't say that Noni is in abroad. Don't say that English apple is in England. Don't say that grape is in England. Don't say strawberry is in England. It's now with us here. We have acclimatized all of them. That's the level we have done for 11 years.
Beautiful, Prof. That's quite interesting. That means there is still hope for our health. We still have hope to return young again. And if we really take advantage of everything we have, it's just unfortunate that we in Africa, we don't pay attention to details and we take everything for granted. And yes, and I think we start giving people the right knowledge and education they need to start appreciating their environment and what they have around them. With me is Mazi Solomon Peter, who is joining us right now. Mazi Solomon, welcome to the program. Mazi Solomon, we cannot hear you. You are not muted. So while we wait for Mazi Solomon to connect, Mazi Solomon, can you unmute yourself, please? Kindly unmute yourself and return back to your position. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, can you? Yeah, I can hear you now. Good morning, everyone. Prof, good morning from my end here. I know it's beginning at your end.
Good night. Are you sure you are not taking this money fruit in the secret, because there is something you are not revealing to me? Go ahead.
Yes, I'm applying all those principles that Prof is revealing to us here. So yeah, so we have become every year young. So Prof, thank you for those revelations and ideas that you are popping out here. Is that we are very, very rich, both in everything. But our problem is that most times we don't actually put attention to what we have. We always want to go out there, whatever things we are given, no matter how it is being conquered, then we have to grab it. So, but here this time around, it has fall in between our leg, and we have to take opportunity of time. Very, very important, as Prof says, that the people who feed you are the people who hold your freedom. You are not free until you are able to feed yourself. And that is why we are here. So many programs is rolling out now. We need the people of interest. That is just my positions here. And the position of Prof is also to unveil to you the knowledge that has already been accumulated that could help us in everything that we venture as to regard to agriculture and the instrument and the equipment for mechanized agriculture. There is so many knowledge that has been accumulated. This is the time for implementation. So we need to implement. Very, very important. And that's why the Oriental origin is standing very tall, ready to coordinate our people on the ground with Prof, with the help of Prof and his team. Now, what we are doing is that, first of all, like by tomorrow, Prof will be embarking on a journey. People are calling us to donate lands to us, more land. And how we are going to Oriental origin want to carry their operation these days is that those land that have been donated to us, we are going to massively tell you how many hectares it is and what we should be planting there. As you know, in our land, normally maize and cassava goes, and the cassava and the yam to some extent can go. And if it's in a place that required a special crops, we all are going to, if you are interested, you are going to take the form from Oriental origin and you register as a member. We are going to clear 200 hectares and declare to you what we will be doing in that land. You need to participate because you need to feed your people. How much money are you sending for them to buy a rice? Common rice. They are selling rice now. I don't know if it's 30,000 or 20,000 a bag, or even
34. 34,000.
34,000. And you send 34,000 for a bag of rice. They will soon consume it and they finish. But you can put a 34,000 in our hands. And at the end of the year, you are having 5, 3, 4 bags of rice, you know, or even 2, 3. So just within the space of years, you discover that people did not waste your money again. Rather, they save your money and double your money. You still solve your solve your problems, and you also have a return. So the land you own, which is the land of your ancestors, has something to give back to you. It has a problem to solve for you. So it's very, very important that every one of us share these very programs. I share this very program to all Biafrans that this is time to go back to the land of our ancestors. Very, very important. We need to reduce hunger. We need to reduce the challenge of hunger as it regard to our struggle. We need to take hunger out of the way. We need to deal with it. So, and the way to deal with it is for you to buy your form this time around. Call the number that are being displayed in the screen here. Buy your form. Register as a member. We are going to be farming together, everybody. And all you need is not to invest million. All you need is just to invest little. And at the end of the day, you have doubled the food products in our land. And the people could get it easily, to have access to it easily. By so doing, you reduce hunger. Another thing again I have to encourage you on is this: to embark into this economic revolution that we are calling now. We need some machine, because our villages, they are very, very lucrative and fertile. So we need to open up our villages into the economic viabilities, so that people who are doing nothing in the cities, committing crime, can find an encouragement to go back to the city, to go back to the village and start up something, or identify with what is happening in the village. Because the land to farm is not in the city, it's in the villages. and we are encouraging our people to do so. So therefore, for us to embark into this very journey of mechanized farming, we need equipment. We need equipment like tractor. So Oriental,
we are ready to hire them. There are people who need right now. Give me, I'll hire for 2 months and pay you.
Yes. So there is a lot of farmers in our land who could not do much because they don't have access to this equipment. And the one they are hiring, they are trying from government, is not working. You will hire an instrument from government, you go to the farm, it breaks down for 1 month. So they are not giving us what we needed as to increase the supplies of food in our community. So, and we are calling people of goodwill, and we are calling our people that you don't need to put down million. Like one tractor is cost 14 million. Then 14 million where you have almost 28 people, 500,000. They have one tractor, which are able to produce the same or more 14 million in just in the space of 1 year. It will produce the same money. You will have your money back if you want, or reinvest, or at the same time can equally reinvest to increase more number of tractors, which we needed to increase the food. These are the things, because Abala Kanazan and DGG Anako. Freedom is not by mouth. Freedom comes by engagement. Freedom comes by action. That is how you take your freedom. So it's very, very important. Our people, why we are doing this program, why we are rolling into this very program, that with your little money, then how much is the 500,000 for you to join with 28 people to get us one tractor? If we have 100 people who are ready to contribute 500,000, how many tractors do you think we get? And we will empower our farmers with the implement and make farming easy for them. Tractor can do all manner of job if we have the equipment. And when you remove human power or human energy 100% from farming, you increase the farming product, because when you engage the machine, you discover that the energy that you can harness from human being in a day, under some, before a second, a machine can actually give you the same energy without any stress. So that is why we are crying for equipment, because once we have equipment, then we will be able to save human energy and be able to do more. That is why we are asking. And we have people to coordinate us into this front, which will be very, very transparent. There is, even if you want to involve your own people, register your own people into this process. Let them be the one to give you update. Also, we will be here to give you update. Time wait for no man. If anything happen again, that the people who are giving you common tomatoes or beans decided again not to give you, what do you think that your people back home will be eating? Because we have not taken time to take advantage of what is before us. It is time. And we have also food processing. We discover that we are not processing our food, and therefore we are going to the market to buy the one that other people process. So it's very important also that in the processing sector, we also need investors. We need people. All we need is just to come together, and we see our community moving forward. They will help you to save those little money that you are working abroad, because oil will be available. Every food, ogusi, will be available. It's not the one that you said is out of the season. Rather, in season or out of the season, Oriental Origin, through their plan for food processing, will always make available food product at any season. At any season, we'll be able to process and we'll be able to preserve. That it requires people to invest in these very sectors. We must coordinate ourselves. You listen to what is happening in the world today. You know that the only people who has solution to the challenge that the global world is facing today are the farmers. That's why it's called pharmacies. In the area of medication, Prof is here enlightening us into a lot of things that can provide, can be medicinal to our life, can renew our life, can actually extend our life. There's a lot of incurable disease, and there is a lot of one that are also incurable, but is not affordable by poor people, because you need to go for a long journey for you to see the specialist or even equipment, as the government of the day, which we are under at this very moment, has even refuses to build health centers, to build health care, and the people are being devastated. The kind of sickness that's supposed not to kill people are killing people in our land and in our eyes, and we all have the solution in our hands just by going back into farm. So in the area of medicine also, there is a lot of crops that we are allowing to die that are also a medicine that can provide solution to our health situation, and we are not doing that. How do you think every time they are calling you, your mother is this, you are rushing her to one hospital to the other, and yet there is no solution? I know the sickness of my dad before he passed away, and that of my mom, CHINEDU AGBODIKE, was the witness. You discover that this kind of things, it consumes fortune. It consumes fortune. And a lot of our people, what about treating a bullet wound? We have crops for it. We don't need to be rushing and going for surgery for things that we can be able to solve by the things we eat. So it's very, very important. I don't know who is buying interest to what I am saying this hour, but why CHINEDU AGBODIKE is sitting here, Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE is sitting here, is to bring this knowledge on your way, to tell you that we are not calling you by 80-handed. We have done a research, and every person of the old eastern region who has a knowledge to contribute to what we are clamoring for, you are welcome. You are welcome. We want to be a breeders. Why in the olden days we still maintain the same system, but in the Western world it has changed. Everything we eat or consume, we should know how to breed it. People goes to inside the bush, they kill all the animals in the bush, while you can capture those animals and breed them and they multiply them. How did Jacob overcome Esau? He overcome Esau because he was breeding animals in the house, and the Esau will have to go to the bush, to the forest, where he has not cultivated. So because he has not cultivated in those bush, it becomes difficult for him to be able to provide to his father the porridge that his father needed as to take the blessing. Somebody who is breeding animals in the house overtake him and take the blessing. So that is just the same way that we are being overtaken in our land. We are being overtaken in our land because we have not invested in our land. We have not invested in the land of our ancestors. We are running to meet Mediterranean High Sea. We are running to go and be slaves at Libya. We are going to go and be cleaning the bum of the people of the Western world just to make peanut. And we are running to go and be slaves to other people instead of cultivating our own land. It is time for us to rise into our responsibility. It's time to do something. Send this my message across all our people. Anywhere you meet them, show them this message, that we can be able to make you to save more from the type of money. Check Nigeria remittance in last year from the people abroad. Check the money that was being sent from abroad to Nigeria last year. You will see high volume. So the same way that money you are sending for people to eat, or for the people to or for people to just use to buy drink, and they drink and waste it. Why can't you use it to invest in the land? The drink will come out of the land. The food will come out of the land. We will open so many avenues for their health also, and everybody will be access to it. You don't need to be traveling to India or to America or traveling to London for you to obtain health. That is my message to everyone. If you are interested, contact Mazipat. Can you put the number on the screen? Contact the number of Mazipat so we can give you a form so you can be an associate. We are going to open 200 hectares of lands, and we want you, we will sell the package to you. You will participate. If you want to be contributing as the farming is going, we will be giving you update. You will be contributing, even if it is $5 or $10, that it is your own contribution. Your own every record, once you register, a file will be open for you, and your record will be very straight. Your record will be very, very straight. Everything will be.
It's important you explain that is not contribution but investment, so that people don't that people don't misunderstand this.
Exactly. We are not looking for contributions. We are not looking for contribution or to enrich some group of people with your money. No, we are talking about investing. Investing. Once you do it once, you will begin to do it. I have so many videos of my own farm here, which I may not been able to upload. So, we have showed you so many practical things that Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE is doing on the ground. For the matter of fact, so many of us now are having private farms, and just watch it. If our numbers continue to increase for interest for farming, then there will be assorted food in our land. And this is not all about take money and eat. No, it's not about give people money and they will go and spend and ask you again for tomorrow. You keep working as a slave. You are working wherever you are and keep dashing the money to some people. But we are calling you the need why they are calling you for money. Let's go on. Let's plant it. Let's go into farm and they provide that need that makes them calling you for money. And you will also have gain, profit, and the excess at the end of the day.
I think we are having network issues with Mazi Solomon.
I am here. I don't know what network.
Professor, are you there?
I'm hearing him. Yes, I'm hearing him right.
I also think that we're having the same difficulty with Professor. I hope that they return back. Mazi Solomon, you're back. And let's see if Mazi Solomon can return back. Like what Mazi Solomon was saying, that Oriental Origin, a company, a Biafran company, is on the ground to help you coordinate your agricultural activities, your investment in agriculture. And the process and the procedures are very simple. And that is why we are here, to bring to the knowledge to our people that if all of us can come together and put our money where our mouth is, we'll be able to deal with the problem of food shortage. We'll be able to deal with the problem of food high price in our region, in Biafra land. We'll be able to take care of the basic need, because when you have enough food, the price of food can come down, and it will also help with the cost of living. When you have a well-controlled food price, where you have enough food on the ground that can feed our people, it will help cut down hunger, it will help cut down crime, and it will also help you in the diaspora to be more confident that your people back home are benefiting through your investment that will also bring you returns. So it's not all about sending money home and people will consume, and we have to go beyond that consumer attitude that we have developed over the time. Over the years, we have developed this attitude of consuming and consuming. Now we have to think of investing, we have to think of productivity, we have to think of returns. And this is the reason why we are here, to bring your knowledge to what you need to know about investing in agriculture, in equipment, most especially. And I'll be bringing, as Professor returns back, because he's going to give us more explanation as to the clip I'm about to play, about a young boy who is producing machine. These are young talents in Biafra land who have the viable energy to give us what we need, the machines we need for food processing and all that. I hope that Professor returns back to join us in this program. While we wait for Professor to come back, I think Mazi Solomon is there. Mazi, you're welcome to the program. Back again.
Thank you so much.
Professor, I think Professor is back. Mazi Solomon, before you proceed, there is a clip I want to take, and I think Professor can give us more insight to this clip.
Coming secondary school, SS2. Then how long can motor take reach well? 2 weeks kiji well motor itu order. Engine disease fast. Engine machine labor. Ka akara ngwa anyị ji wee lụgasị ya. Kedu onwe onye nyere gị aka maka anyị bụ na onwere onye nyere gị aka wee lụ ya. Onwere onye nyere gị aka wee lụ this motor. And na ebe o tinyesi tank ya na fuel tank ya ebe a. This is the fuel tank. O tikwuru ma dizik self. Don't wear 5 tires. This is the financial secretary of APYO. Obiagboso na support ya onye li ego o wee gbanye fuel okwu eke dị na-alụ ebe a na-aga n'iru. Anyị mabụ ndị APU, anyị si na meeting APU pụta kịta wee fụ nwatakịrị ebe obi ibe aga na ndụ wasị ka kwụsị ya ka mmali ire obu aga tazi ọ bụrụ na moto ka o ji aka wee lụ ya ji aka alụ moto ahụ na ọ dị egwu. And onye asị na ya bụ nwanne bi Igbo m onye du uso ọgụ ọkụzụ na ụwa niile na-agba otie nkiri ya na-agụ SS2 otisiri oche ọ na-aga aga n'anya na main road. Igbo mitro ekakwa o Igbo ma try ekakwa o the omele attract all the youths, everybody. Anyị chanye na bụ ndị ọkụzụ na-ekilizi ọlụ ọmarịcha ọlụ nwatakịrị alụ aka ọrụ ya amaka biko onye support ebe o si dobasị dị injin nnapụtagodo njisikwa eke ebe ahụ ọ dị nekwa n'anya ebulu nke anụ bujala ịnọsị na ọrịfọ bichi anya ewele emeba transport ekenekwa Nchukwu maka ya o ekene Nchukwu iji isi m ka m nse anya ka m mee ka everybody fụ ya na anyị nwere talents na ọkụzi. We still have talents.
Yeah, Prof. So we've seen the little
it's a genius. There are many like that. Yeah, it's a genius. There are many like that. If we have to, there are hundreds and hundreds of them. Some of them are school dropouts. Some of them started at the age of 8, 9, 10, 11. And some of them may end up in crime. And some of them may end up being killed. Some of them may end up succeeding. But if we leave these talents, there are so many of them, both in Onish, everywhere. I've been going around. I've been seeing somebody who did drone, somebody who did a lot of things, even in the armory, somebody who manufactured things that can fire rockets and the other things I have seen. These people need to be encouraged. During the war, Biafran produced their own Ogunigwe, produced their own aeroplane, produce their own anti-aircraft, produce their own. Where are these brains? Yeah, these are the talents we have down here. These talents are still there. It's in the blood system. It's in our marker. Capital M168 marker. It's inside you. It's something inbred. It's something ancestral. We have ancestral blood, the ancient, Ndibu, not Ndibu, the ancient. These are within us. These are coming from generation past. All we need to do is to invest in this, both in agriculture, both machineries, both in health. There are no more terminal disease in Biafran land. It does not exist any longer. Those who go to India, go to China and so forth, do you get results? You can never be treated of your cancer. You go for chemotherapy to remove your hairs and kill correct cells. You go for whatever diabetes, there is no medical cure for diabetes. I'm telling you, the world is listening to me, and I know what I'm saying. There are no medical cures for, cancer, diabetes, sickle cell, asthma. They don't exist. But we have them in Biafran land. All we need to do is to develop. The world will be in future be coming to Biafran land as they go to India, as they go to other countries to come for treatment, because we have them, provided we grow them from organic material, not GMO, genetically modified organisms, not that. What we have here right now, food from the north, food from all the food we're eating, 90-something% of the food the Biafrans are eating is from the north. We don't have yam any longer. We don't have goat any longer. We don't have our cows any longer. We don't have tomato or anything. But I've taught you how to, you can plant yam now in cement bags or empty 50 kg bag. Use them to plant. I can send you videos on that. You don't need to go and begin to weed the grass and begin to fight the pests and insects. Now you can plant inside cement bags, inside empty containers, inside 50 kg rice bags. Those ones you are throwing away, get manure, get topsoil, plant inside them, and then off you go. So you don't need to come again and start weeding the farmers or the thing. We don't need to use hoe again. What I'm saying is this: we have developed everything possible for you to be attracted to farming. Preservation, we have market, we can buy up whatever you produce, both for local and international consumption. We are now producing ugri instead of Maggi. You know Maggi is a killer. Instead of Maggi, we're now producing ugri. We have the machines. The machines were fabricated in Russia. By next week, I've shown you samples. By next week,
Let me take a clip of that, Prof.
Yeah.
Ekele dịrị ndị be anyị, udo dịrị onye ọbụla, nwoke na nwanyị. Onye na-anụ olu ya bụ Comrade Nwabueze Aghagbudi, onye otu ndị All World Foods Initiative. Anyị nọ na obi ụmụ ndị be anyị, ndị nke na-arụpụta igwe eji iche iche eji arụ ihe dị iche iche. Anyị nọ ka anyị fụ ghọta otu a si ha arụ, ka anyị jezie hụ ofu n'ime ha wee ghọta otu ha si arụ. Nwanne anyị bụ ndị otu All World Food Initiative. Anyị na-elegharị anya na-akwado ma na-ekwupụtakwa ọrụ ndị na-arụ ụdị ihe ngwara aka ọrụ na ọnụ na-arụpụtacha. Wee na-asị ka anyị mara onye bụ onye bụ gwa anyị afa gị.
Aha m bụ Injinia Elobert.
Okay. Olee ihe ndị anyị na-arụ ebe a? Afụrụ m ka gị na ụmụazị gị na-emebesi na-akpụ ma na-edozisi. Ka ihe unu na-arụ ebe a?
Anyị na-arụ ihe ọbụla gbasara industrial machine, palm oil industrial machine, marine processing machine, ike oil, any machine at all, no industrial, oil anyị, weather machine, cooking machine, any machine for agriculture, work machine. One of the machines in China, working over my industrial.
Ọ dị mma. Onwe ụfọdụ mechin ndị dịgasị ị nwere ike igosi anyị ọnụ rụbụrụ.
Mechin kala nke awụ kaadị n'iru ka ewe open. For palm oil.
Okay.
For palm oil. Ka ụmụaka na-ata injin ya bụ fufu panda.
No, gịnị?
Ka bụ fufu panda. There's a pan fufu.
Okay. Okay.
Pan fufu. Machine I whenever. This is how machine.
So agbago ebe a nwa machine ndị nke dị anyị ga-afụ.
Cat pressure for rice.
Okay.
Cat powdered mixer for feed.
Powder mixer for
feed.
Okay.
Go
the feed the
fish for fish.
Okay, fish feed.
Yeah, feed.
Okay.
This one is garri peeling machine.
Okay. Nke ga-akpụchasị akpụ akpụcha.
Peel out here. Got steam boiler. Got digester. Machine can connect if the other side. This is fine.
Is that nke a bụ gịnị?
Got steam boiler for pan kernel.
Okay.
Got digester also for pan kernel.
Okay. Now, nwanne. Ihe a, olee ihe na-enye unu aka mgba n'ọrụ unu a?
Ofu ihe aka na-enye anyị nsogbu nne na anyị nwere financial cash anyị ga-support ọrụ. Anyị enweghị physical cash. Anyị agbagokwana mbọ ka anyị fụ na nwere ebe anyị ga na-anata ụlọ. Anyị na-alụ ka anyị na-akwụ ushikwafa. Ndị nke anyị gara aga apụtabe. So cash bụ ihe na-enyedebe anyị nsogbu. Anyị jide cash anyị enwe ike wee na-egopụtawu material wee na-alụ ọrụ. Mana onye na-ejilọ cash ama ngopụtawu material.
Ihe unu na-arụ, elee ebe unu mụrụ ya? Unu jere obodo oyibo maka ama m na ọtụtụ mmadụ na-eje China ma jee benwa.
Ọkwa n'obodo a ka anyị mụrụ ya. Anyị ejere obodo oyibo. Ihe anyị mụrụ amụ. Nwa ya 7 years, 8 years. Wee pụtakwa wee lụba nke anyị. Wee lụsịba ndị anyị mụkwa n'aka fa mụkwa ya n'obodo a. Kama na ndị izize mụrụ ya bụ ndị ọcha bịara n'oge izizi bụ ndị kụziri fa afịa. Ọrụ a bidoro from Imo State na obodo a na-akpọ ọmụma. Man a na-akpọ Karis. Onye ọcha ndị ọcha akụziri ya. O wee kụzibeziere anyị anyị wee lụbazie.
Ọ bụ na enwe ndị chọrọ inyere unu aka n'ime ha. Ọ bụ sọ gị nwa ka onwe ndị ọzọ maka afụgo m ndị ụmụ ọrụ gị ebe niile ọhịa. Onwe ndị ọzọ na-arụkwa ụdị ihe anyị na-arụ nọ na ebe ka ebe anyị nọ dị ihe a. Kwe ma aghọta ha m ebe ka ebe anyị nọ ihe a.
Ebe anyị nọ ihe abụọ n'Ọnịcha na Ọdakpụ Ọnịcha. Ndị na-alụ ụdịrị ọrụ a anyị buru ibu ebe a. Ndị mụzigoro bidogo ọrụ nke fa na ndị mụzigokwa m. Anyị buru ibu ọ na ihe na-enye anyị nsogbu bụ na anyị ejula ego anyị ga-abụpụta ọrụ. That's the only problem anyị nwere. Anyị nwere support from the government.
Ọ dị mma. Ihe ndị ọwụwa Food Initiative si ka a bịa ghọta ka unu si arụ. Biko ndị be anyị na-ege ntị, ụmụ Igbo ebe ọbụla unu nọ, ya wee unu anya na ihe a na-eje achọ na China, je achọ na India ma ebe niile n'ọdị na be anyị. Onwe ha injin eji arụ ihe ọbụla ndị be anyị ama arụwo. Na ihe bụ mkpa ha bụ ego. Biko ka onye ọbụla onwe etu ọbụla a ga-esi wee nyere ụmụnne anyị aka ka anyị wee zọpụta maka ọtụtụ ihe a na-arụ maka ọrụ ugbo ka e wee wepụta ihe ugbo ga-eme ndị mmadụ ka nri bụrụ asụrụ, ndị mmadụ na-eriju afọ, onye ụmụ mmadụ ọrụ. Ile anya efu ọtụtụ mmadụ nọcha na-arụ ọrụ dị iche iche ebe a. Gosiri na ọ bụ ohere ndị mmadụ ji enwe ọrụ na be anyị. Ya mere na mmasị anyị bụ ka ndị be anyị niile nwee ike na-abara onwe ha uru site n'ịrụpụta ihe ụmụ nka na ụzụ ndị a. Ana m asị onye nwoke nwanyị udo dịrị unu.
Yeah,
Thank
Prof.
you.
Prof, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. What we have to understand that we didn't say in the video, most of those vehicles passed there. They don't have their pass. They couldn't import their pass. So they brought the vehicles there. They did the pass, tested it, and put the part back to the vehicle, and the vehicle is on the road again. So
They can actually manufacture vehicle parts as well.
Yes, that's those vehicles there. They couldn't get the pass, so they brought the vehicles. They brought the parts. They will do it. They will test. They do it. They test until it fits into the vehicle. The man drives away with the motor. That is exactly what we're doing there. And as I told you myself, talking to you, I have a foundry in Benin. We can do a lot of. I'm using LockSWAT system. Now we can do a lot if these people are encouraged on partnership or on investors. What we need to do is to have a MOU with them, and in the next 5 years, Nigeria will be will be pursuing us to beg us to come and help them, or other countries in West Africa and even the developed world. I want you to understand that the developed world is afraid of what we have inside. That's why they're suppressing them. You can think of Pro Dainugu. You can think of what we did during the war. If they had allowed it to develop, today we will not be importing weapons. We will not be importing most of the things we're importing. We import substandard goods. You know, British came here and land. You know, that's what the man said that is wrong. The British came here and land smelting, iron melting. If you go to LockSWAT system, that is BC. If you go to the Benin Empire or Ozu from Okozo, who built the gate in England, and so many other things that were done. Iron melting, glass blowing from Tunisia, iron melting, first minting machine from Tanzania. All those things were in Africa. So we cannot just sit down in our own generation. Our forefathers, our ancestors left something good for us. What are we going to be? Because very soon we will become ancestors. What are we going to leave for the coming generation? Are we going to allow these people to rot away? Because each generation, there are saviors that come. However we handle those saviors is what the generation is going to be. These people are there. Many of them, as I told you, there are so many and different areas. We just met one or two. As I told you, there are one that produce drone that flies about and does a lot of work, takes camera, comes in, spray in the farm. He did it by himself, and he controls it with a remote control, constructed by himself. There are so many of them. Please, we just have to understand that these geniuses should not perish. We're not asking you to throw in your money. We're asking you to invest, and in whatever area you can invest, for the progress of our nation, for independence of our nation, for the process of being independent, economically independent, because the world, as I told you, is all about economic rat supremacy. That's all. That's what rat race supremacy, that's all the world is all about. Even the war you are fighting today, the Fulanis are not attacking the people in the cities. They go to the farm, they follow the farm and attack them, because they know that those are the people feeding the people in the cities. And at once those people are attacked and subdued, those in the city are waste. During the war, their employees were not bombing the soldiers in the front. They were bombing primary school, markets, farms, and that's what they were doing. And when the economy of food supply and health were destroyed, Kwashiorkor came in. I've told you 2 years ago, we were buying a pint of Gary, 200 naira, but today it's 1,002. Do we really know there is hunger in Biafran land? Do people really know that people are starving? There is starvation here. And I told you in my book in 1985 that there will be starvation in Biafran land by 2020 to 2023. Unless we change it, we can change the prophecy, we can change the future by investing. It's an investment platform. It is not giving people fish, but teaching them how to catch fish. It's an investment platform. If you invest 100,000 in 4 months, in 3 months, in 4 months, it depends on what you plant. You get the farm will give you 2 to 3 times what you invested. And so you recover your money and you can invest again. You can collect your capital and invest your profit. And that's how we progress. Together we will win this hunger And the
Thank
problem
you
with
very much. Thank you very much, Prof. I like to bring in Mazi Solomon. Mazi Solomon, you saw the clip of the agricultural equipment. These are basically agricultural equipment producers, manufacturers. Mazi Solomon.
I think
Yes.
it's
We
not.
see
It's
human,
not.
we see human resources, we see human resources being wasted because of lack of investment. We have a lot of our people who have the capital to put into these sectors, and they are failing to do that. Mazi Solomon, what is your take?
I think from the video we just watched now, is not limited to agricultural equipment. These are industrial equipment. So actually, the only thing our people lack is infrastructures. That is why we always cry for infrastructures. There's no electricity, there is no funding, and there is no support from the people who are governing. So these are always the problem that our people face. But in the other hand, we are trying to change the narrative that we ourselves, we cannot keep working for government who are not ready. We cannot keep waiting for government who are not ready to work for us, or government who are not ready to think anything about our interest. We can actually organize ourselves. Very, very important. Organize ourselves and begin to do something by ourselves. We can equally left our government behind. We can move forward. We can move forward and leaving them behind, because we should not watch all of us to die because these people have none of our interest in.
That guy waiting for the government to do what we know that they cannot do.
Yes, and the more we wait for them, the more we publish our people, the more our people are going into suffering, deep one. So we can't do that. And the more we are losing value, the more we are losing our cultural value, our social value, and the more we are losing our economic value. The more we are waiting for them, you will see most of our youth, instead of engaging in our land, reproducing, creating wealth, they will prefer looking for visa to the worst country of the world, which their village is better off. But as long as you can remove them from that their village, because for us waiting for long time has made their eyes, has also blind their eyes over the opportunity that they have, because there was nobody coming forward, there was nobody discussing it, there was nobody talking about it. So it discouraged people, and that is why you see a lot of our people dying in the trekking in the desert. If you go through that desert way, you will see so many dead bodies. Because if anybody is walking and you can't make it, you drop. Nobody cares. Nobody carries you. Nobody thinks the rest who can still move a step further. They will go on. A lot of risk, and all these things are the manpower that we required. Okay, look at the video we watched right now. People has already learned how to manufacture things, how to fabricate things, but there is no finance, there is no infrastructure. They didn't tell you that there is no electricity. And these are the things we can come together as a people and solve. While we are pressurizing the government to do something, we can start doing something by ourselves, because it's the journey of life or death. If we wait for them, we all died, because they cannot finish, looting the money. They cannot finish. There's no time they will put stop in looting. They will continue to loot. When they get the 100% fund to work for the people, they will put only 5% or 10% into work, and they will use the rest of the 90% and they will share among themselves. They cannot help you. That is the way the present country where you are now, called Nigeria, that is the way they are structured. They are structured not to move forward. They are structured not to serve the people, for the interest of the people. They are structured to move backward, and they are structured to serve their own interest, the few politicians who are in power. So our people really needed to come forward now. Never, you can reduce criminality in our society by investing into all these things that we are bringing up here, investing into farming equipment, investing into all these local fabrications of industrial tools. We can invest into it. Like, imagine where I am. Everything that is being used here is made in their place. Because their government is working for them. They will protect your business, make sure that your research will not be in vain. Like, I will see so many people here, give us a PROF number, give us PROF number. The research that PROF is making is not for free. If you want to reach out to PROF, or you want to get out to it, call the number that is in the screen. We are organized. There is Olueke. You cannot expect everybody, being that we have different time zone, and everybody will be calling PROF. In your own time zone might not be equivalent to PROF time zone. So we are organized. Call the number on the screen. If there is any service that you needed from PROF, the one that will be rendered to you free, we will give it to you free. But the one that you needed to pay, you will pay, and is affordable. Because that is the way we encourage talent. That is the way we encourage people who is working for us. And that is truth. So we follow truth, we don't lie. We don't tell you here that we are coming to offer everything free for you. There is no free food for a lazy man. You must step forward. You must have something in your hand. When the Lord take them on a journey in the wilderness, before he provide them food, he asked them, what did you have in the hand? You must have something in your hand. So contact the number on the screen, fill the form, and then you will be directed on how to approach PROF. Is this something that can be done free? Because very soon there is form for also conference on online or teaching online. You buy that form, you fill it, we give you the date, PROF come online, and he lecture you wherever you are and give you the example you need.
Especially for those in the diaspora, an online training, agricultural online training that will be coming up. We're already compiling names. We're already putting up persons who have shown interest, and very soon we'll be announcing the date for this program. Mazi Solomon, we will be rounding it up in the next few minutes. We have like 5 minutes to go, and I would like to bring in Prof once again. Professor, we've seen equipment that is being produced on the ground. It saves cost. It makes the equipment available. It also gives those who desire this equipment to give their own specification. So if you have a specification in mind, you can actually sit down with the producer, create your design, how you want them to be, and the capacity you intend, which you might not be able to do going to China because of the cost of logistics and all that. It also saves you the cost of clearing and forwarding and the risk of even your container or your goods or those equipment being blocked or seized at the wharf.
Yeah, or accident on the road.
Or accident on the road.
Yeah. So
and
many
at the
risks.
same time, also encouraging the local producers.
Yeah. We have some areas I couldn't show, foundry. That means where we can melt iron or copper and create motor spare parts, create parts that are not in the market or you cannot import. Just bring us the old ones, the ones that have been damaged. Bring your vehicle, just as you saw vehicles there. We create it and put it in the vehicle. If it's not okay, we reduce again until we get exact. The areas we found are actually finishing part of it. But there are some other areas which I told you I have in Benin where we can do casting, but we have foundry. There are other areas we can do a lot. Let me tell you, a lot more is going to come out next month. We're going to do much more because we are tirelessly researching, processing, and bringing forth something, packaging. And most of those packagings, for example, I told you in the last meeting that I wanted to buy processing machine for Ogiri. I went to, I found out from China, it was 2.2 million naira. Yet here in Biafran land, I was able to get the same machine fabricated after I supervised them. They have not done the machine before. They did it, the blower and everything ended up in 500,000. Now, my machines, we are done with solid iron, not something fake. And so it will last longer. And it's all electronics. I put it in the light and I start, it's not just common. It's electronically controlled. And it's doing exact function the other ones are doing for me. And the man is happy to collect 500,000 from me. And he's happy to improve on his skill. And he's also happy to have spoken with me because I guided him to what I want. And it becomes his own knowledge now. We can help these people. If we want to improve, if we want to improve in what we're doing, we need to come together and become and symbiotically live with each other. You know what I need, I know what you need. Together, we will arrive there. Every part of motor is not made for one company. There's a company called bolt and nut. The other one does only bolt. The other one does only nut. All over the world, it is like that. If you go to any component, now if you go to Sheraton Ikeja, I'm the one that furnished Sheraton Ikeja. Most of those sculptures you see in Abuja, I'm the one that did them. The Sheraton Ikeja, Procter & Gamble in Switzerland, I represented them. I've gone around. Most of those companies don't have any product, like Procter & Gamble. They don't have any product. Yet, people are manufacturing for them. Sheraton does not own any building. Yet, they are doing for them. We can invest. They only have investors. That's how the world is being moved. So I hope this program is understood. And if it's understood, then it means that all my 11 years of research will not be in vain. It is going to help our own medically and food-wise. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Mazi Solomon, can you please unmute and give us your final word for today's program as we round up? You have just 1 minute.
Final. There is no final word to this journey that we have begun. We can only say we are rounding up.
For today, Maz, I said for today, not for the not for the journey, because the journey have not even started yet.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, my word remains that our people should be encouraged. Get courage. The money you are going to invest is not something that you are going to feel too much pain. We are not asking you to bring millions or billions or millions. We just want you to join the moving train. Join people in this direction of interest. Join people with the same interest. Your little contribution. So many of you are doing what is called osusu. You wait till the end of the year to collect the money. So why can't you practice the same thing in the direction of trying to multiply the food that our people are eating back home? So that anytime you have opportunity to go back home, or while you are home, you can be able to have the opportunity to eat organic food and feel refreshed. Very, very important. So please call the number on the screen. Mazipat, you are removing this very number, and that is the only anchor. If this program finished, they didn't see the number, then what is the need? They won't be able to contact. We need them to see the number on the screen. They can contact you, tell them their area of interest, fill the form, and join the moving train, because this is the time. We have no other time to do what we are doing now. This is the right time. Everywhere you turn, it is food. Anytime people will remember that we remember food, they will remember our region. That is all we want to do. And it is in our power to do it. Thank you. I will come your way again in this very program. When is the time again? As you know, we come always, we come all the time through the weekend. So we come your way again. And my name remains Solomon Peter. Bye.
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. Thank you, Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE, for honoring our invitation. Thank you for your steadfastness. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for your resilience. Thank you for your consistency. And thank you for the love you have for our people. You've shown that, you've demonstrated it. And there is no doubt that if our people respond in kind, we'll be able to get the kind of result we all desire. In this program, Black and White Web TV is bringing you the understanding you need to have about bringing food to the table, producing what we can eat. This is the best asset you can give to our people, and this is the best asset you can give to yourself. And that is why we are here in conjunction with Biafra Television. We are bringing it live and direct to you, and we also give you the opportunity to contribute in any way you can. It is 11:35 p.m. here in Veneto, Italy. And I'll be seeing you guys next week, Friday, on this same program, Foodism War Gladiator, by Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE, who is in Biafra land, doing wonderful things and recruiting young people into productivity. And we want you to encourage that effort. For 11 years, Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE have been in this journey, enlightening our people, making our people understand the need for us to produce the food that we eat. And you know that food is number one thing. Like I said, when you have enough, your mind is relaxed. But when you don't have enough, you even get more hungrier. And that is why we are talking about how we can process and preserve our food so that we're able to have a relaxed mind and make sure that the next generation pick up from where we stop. I want to say thank you for being a part of this program, for those who commented, for those, if you want contact, the number have been placed on the screen. You can get in touch after the program. I want to say thank you for being part of this program, for those of you who stood by us till this moment, from the beginning to the end of the program. For those of you who shared and tagged your friends, we want to say thank you. And I hope you'll be coming back to follow us again next week, Friday. We encourage you. We have a running program for online studies, how you can get the basics. Is it in crop? Is it in animal husbandry? In any area, Professor CHINEDU AGBODIKE is available to take you on any topic and give you the knowledge you need to enhance your production in agriculture. And we are here to assist our people in bringing that awareness. And until we meet again, my name remains Ikem Patrick DK. And I say, have a wonderful night, morning, and evening, wherever you might find yourself. And I say, may God bless you all in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah? Agabi? Yo. You can head into the future. That's where I belong. I'm heading out. That's where I belong. Don't let no one pull you down, cause they don't laugh at you. Don't let no one laugh at you. When things get better, they begin to invest for you. Yeah. When you go through hard time, they laugh at you. You gotta learn to leave behind, because they don't belong to you. That's true. That's true. That's how it is. You cannot say you my friend, when you stab me behind. That's how it is. Agabi. Waiting my eye don't see, Madu no be talk. Waiting I don't see, Madu no be talk. The pop one sense I have for your eye, cause they know you no be talk. go through hard time that people laugh at you. They think you're funny, they take it funny. That this girl I know, her name is Fumi. But I tell you, you can never fool me. When you bend your back so more people wanna climb me behind. That's the truth. That's when